How did the invention of the telephone first appear in English-speaking newspapers? The first use of the word telephone wasn't about Alexander Graham Bell's invention, but rather Johann Reis's. In 1864, the Scotsman very briefly reports a demonstration of an instrument called the telephone, and later that same year, the Carlow Post reports on Reis's telephone as an instrument for telegraphing music. This reflects Reis's initial purpose for the invention, as a live music player, rather than a way for people to communicate over long distances. In fact, the device's very design made the transmission of human speech very difficult, a factor that would prove pivotal in later patent disputes with Alexander Graham Bell. The Carlow Post article predicts, in a few years, it might not be an extraordinary thing to have a vocalist singing in London whom they could hear in Edinburgh. Just over a decade later, Alexander Graham Bell's device would become the first recognisable telephone for the purpose of long-distance communication, patented for this purpose in 1876. The Daily Star reports on this remarkable invention with an interesting preamble about the indifference with which the American public receive exciting new inventions these days. It then reports a successful experiment in which speech was carried 143 miles. The article ends with predictions on the wide-ranging uses for the technology, and anticipates a time when a telephone will be established beneath every roof, when wires will stretch like cobwebs from house to house, when men shall argue politics, and women shall gossip with the neighbours. Just 2 years after Bell's patent, the very first phone book was produced. Thank you for watching.